here we go. Another exciting night of this bullshit report. But whatever. Gotta get it done. So what you gotta do? All right. So I believe this is where I left off on. Middle of these statements here. Again, it's exciting, man. Exciting shit. On page 54, I think this thing's like 80 pages. Fun stuff. And so far, a lot of things haven't made any sense. The slow down a little bit on this, I guess. Got other facets of this Vegas stuff that I'm dealing with, which I'm not going to be dealing with publicly. So, got stuff like that going on. So that's why, going to have some time off here from time to time. Anyways, I guess we can get into this. Paul Lancome, security officer. On October 11th at approximately 14:57 hours, Detective Hodson conducted an audio-recorded interview with Paul Lancome inside the Mandalay Bay. Also present for the interview was Mandalay Bay Representative Howell. Well, at least they gave a name this time. This other dude up here, he didn't seem like giving out names. DeAngelis. DeAngelis didn't like... well, no, I guess this one didn't have a representative. They didn't care, apparently, what he had to say. Let's see. Conduct Killeen. Yeah, well, I'm guessing the person would have been there for that. Let's see. So October 3rd, October 4th. What is this one down here? October 11th. So I don't know. Maybe they just got their crap together finally. And I love this. Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay. Oh, my God. People. I mean, for being the worst mass shooting in modern American history, you sure make a lot of mistakes, people. This should be unacceptable, but I guess this is just how it's, the fucking nature of the LVMPD. Great job, guys. I hate bashing cops, man. I don't do that because I think that's stupid, because it's a cool thing to do these days, and I think anything that's cool is fucking stupid. But yeah, that's you guys should have saw that. And a lot of other things that we've gone over the past few days. Anyway, below the summary of this interview, Lancome works as an armed security guard and has worked in Mandalay Bay for 3 years. On October 1st, approximately 10 p.m., he responded with his partner Miguel Sanchez to another security officer who was shot with a pellet gun or BB gun on the 32nd floor of the hotel. It's interesting they use the past tense here. Again, this thing's written like garbage. So we should all pretty much at this point understand exactly what is being said here. But when you say they responded to a security officer who was shot with a pellet gun or a BB gun on the 32nd floor of the hotel, who the fuck are you talking about? Who are you talking about? I mean, of course, like I said, we all understand what they're saying. But who was shot with a pellet gun or a BB gun? Because this is inferring that somebody actually legitimately was shot with a pellet gun or a BB gun. So, thanks for the conspiracies, guys, because of your crappy writing. As they were on their way to the elevator, he heard over the security radio channel that there was an active shooter at the festival lot across the street. Shooting what, BBs? Once they arrived, and I'm not actually saying that. I'm not going there. That's stupid. But it's just dumb. The way this is written is dumb. This should not be written this way. There was nobody who was shot with a pellet gun or a BB gun that night. So this statement is false. Anyway, moving on. As they were on their way to the elevator, he heard over the security radio channel, I guess his partner didn't hear it, right? That there was an active shooter at the festival lot across the street. Once they arrived on 32nd floor, because see, we're going from he to they, for all you people that are all excited about fucking pronouns these days. Once they arrived on the 32nd floor, security officer Campos was running towards them. as they entered the center core from the elevators. Lancome saw that security officer Campos had a small wound in his calf that appeared to have been caused by a BB gun or pellet gun. Why? I mean, I guess that's what he's saying. Lancome, you see, what the fuck, man? You know, you couldn't just say Lancome claimed he saw security officer Campos had a wound that, or you could say a wound that he felt appeared to have been caused by a BB gun or pellet gun. But when you write things like this, I mean, I guess you're taking this guy's words, but you're not taking them verbatim. Since you're not taking them verbatim, you don't have to write everything fucking verbatim, because they're not. It's not. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Because you take this stuff literal, you get all crazy on this ADHD and shit. You know, you're gonna have a hard time understanding what the fuck they're saying, which I guess is part of the conspiracy shit behind this. Has a small wound on his calf that appeared to be caused by a BB gun or pellet gun. Appeared to have been caused, right? Fucking real simple to say, you know, he felt had been caused. The wound was just dribbling a little bit of blood and appeared to have stopped bleeding. He stated that it only took them, dribbling a little bit of blood. The wound was just dribbling a little bit of blood and appeared to have stopped bleeding. If it's not bleeding, then why is it dribbling blood? No, fucking idiots. He said that it only took them. I want to see the actual statement of this, and since we can't see the actual statement of this, I just have to assume that this is just written poorly. He stated that it only took them 3 to 4 minutes to respond to the 32nd floor from when they were first dispatched. All right. Were they dispatched? Let's see. Lancome works on security guard, Manly Bay, 3 years on. He responded with his partner Miguel Sanchez to another security officer who was shot. Okay. I guess could have been dispatched. Let's see. Lancome heard numerous shots being fired from the end of the hallway. Shots were coming from a room near the end of the hallway, but were not coming towards center core. Okay, so he was there after Shuck, but before the end of the shooting. A few minutes after Lancome arrived, LVMPD arrived on the floor. A few minutes later, okay. Yeah, I guess that works. Lancome stayed at center core to assist with whatever police needed. He was on the floor for over 11 hours until relieved and never went down to the suspect's room. He was on the floor for, wow, really? That sucks, man. Sorry for you, dude. You got locked in that center core for 11 hours, man. That sucks. So Kevin Monahan, Wynn Casino host. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Who cares about the Wynn Casino host? You don't have a casino host from the Mandalay Bay. You have a casino host from the Wynn. Why is there no casino host from the Mandalay Bay, but yet you have one from the Wynn? That doesn't make a lot of sense, people. You guys suck at reports. On October 7th at approximately 15:31 hours, so it was at 3:30 in the afternoon, October 7th, so it was done, before the other guy. Detective Jex conducted an audio recorded interview with Kevin Monahan at the Wynn corporate security offices. I wonder if he still works there, man. We could actually probably look that up. Yeah, I could probably look that up. I don't know if Wynn does their shows their casino hosts. I know Mandalay Bay, you can look up all their casino hosts. I don't know. Maybe I'll check into that. Also present for the interview was Detective Sergeant McDonald. Good old Sergeant McDonald, an FBI special agent, and Wynn attorney Donald Jude Campbell. Below is a summary of the interview. Why was the FBI interested in this? Why was the FBI interested in this guy and not really interested in this guy? Mandalay Bay, yeah. The FBI was not interested in in a security officer for the Mandalay Bay that was actually there for the night of the event, but they are interested in a Wynn casino host. Why? What the fuck? What is this? Where's this going? How does that make any sense? Let's see. Do we have the FBI before this? I'm sure we do on a couple of them. DeAngelis and Downing, of course. DeAngelis didn't freaking record anything for us to see. Record interview with yeah. What the fuck? Interesting. So let's see. So this is Detective Jex. So they didn't like Jex, maybe. I mean, what? Why? Why is the FBI interested in this guy, not in anything else? That's kind of strange. And Wynn attorney Donald Jude Campbell. Yeah, and I would expect Wynn to have an attorney there. That I would actually expect to see. Because he had nothing to do with it, just so things don't get twisted. Monahan was employed as a casino host for the Wynn Las Vegas approximately 5 to 6 years ago. Paddock was assigned to him when another host left the company. During his first encounter with Paddock, Monahan stated Paddock seemed to be an introvert, did not have a girlfriend, and really enjoyed gambling. Paddock was described as a high-end roller, not according to your boss. Not according to your boss. You probably should have checked with him first, or at least told him. Introvert. I don't know. Whatever. They keep saying that shit, but man, we got him hugging on people. We got him talking to people, being all goofy around people. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. The only one say he's an introvert, I guess, this guy, and then the maid, was saying he was creeping around. So I guess whatever. Let's see. Did not have a girlfriend. Okay, so time frame, please. Like, when were you working with him? Over the years, Paddock never asked for anything out of the ordinary. Monahan described him as an easygoing. You imagine Mary Lou really wasn't his girlfriend? I know there was a little bit of that conspiracy going around. If this guy's actually right. Over the years, Paddock never asked for anything out of the ordinary. Monahan described him as an easygoing customer, would always pay his markers on time, and never complained. For the first few years, Paddock was always alone when he came to the casino. Paddock was always alone when he came to the casino. Then why did Wynn know who Mary Lou was? I think he did. I think he mentioned her. Approximately 3 years ago, Monahan met Danley. What? Okay, what? Paddock was always alone when he came to the casino for the first few years. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. Looking too hard at this. Approximately 3 years ago. Oh my God. I'm on stupid mode. Monahan met Danley, who Paddock introduced as his girlfriend. From that meeting forward, Paddock and Danley would come to the hotel together and gamble. Monahan never saw anyone else with Paddock or Danley at the hotel. I guess he didn't run into Eric, but see, these are casino hosts, right? So yeah, I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. During the time, Monahan knew Paddock is, I mean, since the brother did meet him in this casino at one point, that's in the statements, or it's in this crap. I don't know if I should call these statements, or I don't even know what to call these. During the time, Monahan knew Paddock. There's never any conversations about guns, explosives, politics, or current events. That's good. I'm glad you're not getting involved in stuff like that when you're with your customers. I'm glad you don't talk about current events or politics with your customers, or explosives or guns, for Christ's sake. That would be a little creepy if you did. Last time Monahan saw Paddock and Danley was August 2017. When they came to the hotel for a slot tournament. I think he played slots. Apparently he does, I guess. And maybe she does. Jorge Morales. Now, I don't remember if this is the guy we got the statement for, but I'm not even going to try to run up statements because, that just tanks my computer. My internet connection does not like that. So on October 6th, at approximately 17:05 hours, Detective Patton conducted an audio recorded interview with bellman Jorge Morales inside the Mandalay Bay. Also present for the interview were 2 FBI agents. Ooh, this guy's important. and MGM attorney Ashley Eddy. Wow, it's a crowded room. Below is a summary of the interview. Morales has been a bellman at the Mandalay Bay since the day it opened. Oh my God. Yeah, he's worked there a while then. He works Friday through Tuesday, and he's never gone up the ladder. Man, come on, dude. What the hell's wrong with you? He works Friday through Tuesday from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock. All right, so that's their hours, I guess. 2 to 10, what? Swing shift? No, I guess it's kind of a day shift. Not really. It's more a swing. On September 25th, Morales was working his shift and received a service ticket from the registration desk to escort Paddock and his bags to room 321 through 5. Morales remembered Paddock from his past stays, but didn't know anything specific about him. Morales introduced himself to Paddock and confirmed the room as 321 through 5. All right, so the fact that, this guy's legit, he remembered him from the past, but didn't know anything specific about him. So, Paddock was coming here often enough that the bellman knew him. So that's something, I guess. Paddock requested to stay with his bags and use the back elevators or service elevators. Morales stated Paddock's request to use the service elevators was not unusual. He explained it is not uncommon for VIP guests to be escorted through the service elevators. Paddock had regular luggage bag, and this guy would know, right? So if this is all legit, this guy would know that. This would be, I think, a fact at that point, since this guy was there since the hotel opened, and if this is normal policy, then yeah, this guy would know. Paddock had regular luggage bags with him, and nothing was unusual. The bags were on the service cart, and Paddock rolled one bag himself. Morales asked Paddock if he wanted to walk in front of him, and he said no. Paddock followed Morales to the service elevators, which run in the 200 wing of the hotel. When they arrived on the 32nd floor, Paddock followed Morales to room 32135, which was located on the 100 wing of the hotel. All right. I don't know why it matters that he didn't want to follow him, but yeah, whatever. When they arrived at the room, Morales asked Paddock if he would like him to take his bags to the back of the room. Paddock responded, "No, just leave him here at the front entryway of the room." Wow. I just realized something. Huh. All right, I'll talk about it in a minute. No, just leave him here. Morales asked Paddock if he could get him anything for the room, like ice or any directions, and Paddock said no. Morales stated Paddock was quiet and polite, nothing out of the ordinary, pretty low-key and normal. So it went from introvert to normal. All right, whatever. What the fuck? Yeah, and he actually was talking to the guy in the hallway. This is probably the guy he was talking to, or at least one of them. I think we have two different ones. I'm not even sure, but yeah. I mean, he's not that much of an introvert. I don't know. I don't know what that wing guy was doing. When Morales removed the bags from the cart, the bags were normal weight, not lighter or heavier than usual, and Paddock did not react to Morales handling the bags. Paddock gave Morales a tip, and he left. Didn't say what the tip was. Morales was asked if he had any other contact with Paddock, and he replied no. All right. Oldkey. So, what was that? It was Morales. Well, I'm going to see if we have a actual statement from Morales. Because even though I can't get it up. I can't get it up. I can't bring it up on the computer because that caused problems. But let's see. So, what do we got? We got Mandalay Bay hostess, housekeeping, security guard. Philip Torres. Philip Torres is the one we have. No, we don't. We got Jorge Morales. Was that Morales? That was Morales, right? Oh, shit. Just to make sure. Yeah, that's Morales. I just figured something out. That's interesting. I think. Huh. All right. I'm going to move on. And I'll see if this pans out because it may not. Michael Olkey. All right. Let's see if we got a statement from him because I'm kind of curious now. Let's see. Olkey. What is he? He's a security guard, right? Let's see. Olkey. Yeah, we sure do. We have a witness interview from him. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Anyway, on October 11th at approximately, oh God, my internal calculator's busted. It's about 4 o'clock. Detective Hodson. Okay, so 4 o'clock. Let's see. Because this was another thing that was being argued. So this is the 11th at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock. 7, 11 at, so this was about 3 o'clock. Okay, so he did Paul Lancome and then he went to the other, and this is a security guard, I believe. So yeah, we went from one security guard to the other. So they must have been shuffling the security guards up there at this point. This is the security manager. So yeah, he was up there with his security guards. Security guards probably went first. I don't remember when. I think Campos was before this actually. So October 11th at approximately 4 o'clock, whatever. Detective Hodson conducted an audio recorded interview with Assistant Security Manager Michael Olkey. And this was Hodson, right? Also present for the interview was FBI Special Agent and MGM attorney Ashley Eddy. The way they wrote that makes it seem like Ashley Eddy is not just an MGM attorney, but also an FBI Special Agent, but I know that's not true. Below summary of the interview. So, this is why it takes so damn long. Detective Hodson, October 11th at, it was 4 o'clock. So, October 11th, 4 o'clock. Let's go back up. I got to memorize pages, man. Okay, Detective Hodson conducted an audio recording. No FBI. No FBI for this guy. Didn't care enough about this guy to have the FBI there. But they cared enough about his this guy for the FBI to be up there. Oops. Oh, damn it. All right. That's kind of shady. Anyway, October 11th, approximately 4 o'clock, Detective Hodson conducted an audio interview with Assistant Security Manager Michael Olkey. Also present for the interview was an FBI special. Yeah, okay. Below summary. Olkey stated he has worked for Mandalay Bay for 12 years and is an assistant security manager on swing shift. Okay, so this guy's been there for a while. On October 1st at approximately 10 o'clock, officers had 2 females in custody in the security office of the building. They had requested LVMPD patrol unit to assist with the trespass, right? So I'm not saying they're hookers in this part here. Just saying that they're getting them on trespass, which is actually a different thing. All right. Officer Hendricks and his trainee, Officer Varson, arrived and began to write the females' citations. I'm kind of curious what the citations even look like. During that time, security dispatch reported a possible active shooter at the Luxor, then changed it to Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. All right. Security dispatch reported a possible active shooter at the Luxor, then changed it to the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. Now, I think I know why they did that. I think I know why they originally said Luxor, but we're not. We're going to get to that eventually because I don't want to explain it until I have it in front of me. But I believe I understand why they did that. I'm not positive on that, but yeah, I think it makes a little bit of sense why they called it the Luxor. The 2 LVMPD officers, security officers Olkey, Umstadt, and Sottle, also responded. While heading across the casino floor, they received information over security radios that a security officer had been shot in the leg with a pellet gun on the 32nd floor. See, okay, that's fine, right? They received information that a security officer had been shot in the leg with a pellet gun. Yeah, you wrote that right. Um, this guy's a little bit better. I mean, who was the other guy that did that? Was that DeAngelis? Am I reading DeAngelis crap that is fucking with my head? Let me see. I'm just curious. Lancome. Okay, so yeah, this is Lancome. So who did this? Hudson. No, it's the same guy. Same guy. Huh. Well, I guess maybe he's not the one transcribing it, so I don't know. Maybe they got different people doing the transcriptions. I don't know. Guessing. That's just screwball. Officer Hendricks and his trainee arrived and began to write the female citation. During that time, security dispatch reported, yeah, okay. The two LVMPD officers, security officers, Olke Olmstott and Sotto also responded. While hitting across casino floor, they received information over the radios that a security officer had been shot in the leg with a pellet gun on the 32nd floor. Good with you so far. They received information that the shooter was on the 31st floor, and they now you lost me, dude. Yeah, you lost me. I guess now we know who the three security guards are in the elevator. I think Sottle's the one that stayed in there, if I remember right. They received information that the shooter was on 31st floor, and they exited the elevator on this floor. No, not really. At least, so when watching the Varson video, I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, but what I hear in the Varson video, um, is not what this is explaining. What I hear in the Varson video is them saying it's on 32nd floor. I mean, the whatever his name is, the maintenance guy says 32. He says it pretty damn clearly. It's pretty easy to figure out. So when the elevator doors, well, when they were in the elevator, somebody mentioned we can go to the 31st and take the stairs up. And so maybe there was some information that something was happening on 31st floor. Maybe that was the idea. We're going to go to the 31st floor and we're going to go up to the 32nd because we don't know where the hell this is happening at. I guess that's a possibility. That throws some things out of whack that I was arguing, but yeah, okay. I'm pretty good with that because I don't know why else this guy would even say that. Olkey stated they were walking up the 100 wing of 31st floor from center core when he heard automatic gunfire. He described 3 breaks in the gunfire from what he believed was an automatic rifle. 3 breaks, okay. So, wow, there they were quite a few, but seems to me I only remember hearing 2? I don't know, maybe there was 3. But if you heard 3 breaks in gunfire, well, I guess the last break, yeah, would be the long one. Okay, so yeah, they could have been up there for 3. The tones of gunfire sounded different to him, and that one of the volleys sounded like a higher powered rifle than the others. All right, different. I guess different. Different exhausts on the guns, different brakes on the front of the guns. Maybe change the pitch of the sound. Maybe it was echoing because he was standing further into the room as opposed to standing right up. If he's standing right up on the window, because my understanding, well, my belief as far as what happened here is, my belief is he started a few feet back from the window, and he was actually standing a ways back from the window, and so all that sound is going to be, and I believe the window wasn't broken completely at that point, and it never got broken completely. It was broken about 3.5 feet up, I would say, and with a little splinter in the center. The Which I don't think was even out. I think that splinter didn't even fall out until like 1 in the morning. So he's standing back. At that point, the majority of that sound is going to stay within that hotel. It's going to bounce around those walls, make a lot of fucking noise. Uh, with this here, it is very well possible that homeboy stuck the gun or got it really close to the window. Maybe it was even sticking out of the window while he was shooting. That is very well possible. And then, for one of the, uh, he said one of the volleys, yeah, it's possible he backed off into the room, and because he was inside the room, the sound would have bounced around a little bit more. Would have been more situated into the room. Would not have escaped outside of the broken window. That makes sense to me. As they arrived at the entrance to the stairwell from the 31st floor, the last volley of gunfire was occurring. The gunfire stopped, and he then heard a single gunshot, which sounded like it came from a handgun. All right. All right. That's interesting because I don't think we hear that. Uh, God, yeah, I think we'd hear that on Varson. As they arrived at the entrance to the stairwell from the 31st floor. Um, Entrance to the stairwell from the 31st floor. So what does that mean? Does that mean they're on the 31st floor and they're walking in, or does that mean that? Yeah, okay, yeah. So are they in the stair? Yeah, that's hard to figure out. Yeah, but I mean that single gunshot. I don't know, man. Which sounded like came from a handgun. All right, so if this guy heard it, then maybe that gunshot was audible. But the problem is, I don't know if that gunshot would be audible. Uh, because, yeah, when a person shoots themselves in the mouth, it does not always make a sound, especially if the bullet does not actually exit. So I don't know. But this guy says he heard it. So, I mean, hey, he's probably, he probably did. Uh, I wonder, it'd be nice, someone to talk to would be someone like this, man. So you could tell, like, did it sound? Did you barely hear it? Was it loud? What did it sound like? Was it different than the other gunfire? Because it should have been. Oki stated officers Hendricks and Varson, along with security officers, eventually entered the stairwell several minutes after the shooting stopped. Oki stated officers Hendricks and Varson, along with security officers, eventually entered the stairwell several minutes after the shooting stopped. They helped. They held up outside 32nd floor entrance to ensure the shooter could not escape. Yeah, that's exactly what you were doing. Sure, buddy. You couldn't get in that door anyway. You're in the safest part of that hotel at that point. Because in order for him to get to you, he had to go down a friggin' elevator and then come back up. Unless he wanted to undrill those. I guess he could have done that. Okay, so as they arrived at the entrance to the stairwell of the 31st floor, the last volley of gunfire was occurring. Then the gunfire stopped and he heard a single shot. The gunfire stopped and then he heard a single shot, which sounded like came from a handgun. As they arrived, the last volley of gunfire was occurring. Why does it say after that? Along with security, eventually entered the stairwell several minutes after the shooting stopped. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about several minutes? Or are we talking about the gunfire stopped and then he heard a single shot? Let's see. As they arrived at the entrance, as they arrived at the entrance of the stairwell, the last volley of gunfire was occurring. But then they eventually entered the stairwell several minutes after shooting stopped. So, all right. I'm guessing what this sounds like is they were in the hallway when that single shot hit. These guys were not in the stairwell. They were at the entrance of the stairwell. They were not in the stairwell. They were actually outside of the stairwell. So, be interesting. We know where the gunshot would be then, where the single shot would have been, where we can hear that. But yeah, they would have been in the actual hallway when that thing hit. I believe somebody else tried to say that they were in the. I don't know. I don't remember that fucking video. I always thought it was bullshit anyway, because I always figured if you're gonna shoot yourself in the mouth, man, and the bullet ain't gonna escape, man, there ain't nowhere for the gas to escape. So why the fuck would it make a sound? Um, and there are, past cases where that exact thing has happened, and it hasn't made any sounds. Nobody knew the person shot himself until weeks later when it started smelling. Ulke stayed there with Officer Hendricks and Varson until SWAT officers arrived and relieved them. He said he never entered the suspect's room after police officers breached the room and cleared it. From the doorway, he observed the front part of the suite and could see numerous shell casings and a rifle with a bipod on the floor. All right, so from outside the room, this guy could see shell casings. We never really see that. We don't know, where he was when he was shooting down that hallway. I have my ideas, and I think a lot of people are wrong about them. But apparently, this guy could see him on the floor. So it is what it is. But yeah, so we have a pretty good idea of when Paddock shot himself. It looks like. He says the gunfire stopped, and he then heard a single gunshot, which sounded like came from a handgun. This was arrived at the entrance stairwell. The last volley of gunfire was occurring, which sounded like came from a handgun. So, it's hard to tell without actually having the actual interview, like exactly what's going on here. But it sounds like, with the way this is written, the gunfire stopped, and then he heard a single. He then heard a single gunshot. It sounded like it happened pretty immediately after. So what? 10:06, somewhere around there. And then they didn't get into the stairwell for several minutes after the shooting stopped. Okay. I'm going with that. That sounds like what he's trying to say. Alan Rottenberg. I'm sorry, bro. That's unfortunate. Wayne Casino host. October 7th, approximately 4:21. Detective Jex. That's kind of a cool name. Conducted an audio, that's like Sons of Anarchy shit right there. Conducted an audio recorded interview with Alan Rottenberg at the Wynn corporate security offices. I wonder where the corporate security offices are. Also present for the interview was Sergeant McDonald. What? And didn't Sergeant McDonald, was he applying for a job right here? Because didn't this fucking ass clown get a job with Wynn? Isn't he like the head of security now? I don't know. Yeah, buddy. What'd you do? Were you filling out your application with this guy? An FBI special agent. Interview was also present for the interview was Sergeant McDonald, an FBI special agent. Yeah, I know, commas, but and when attorney Donald Jude Campbell. Below is summary of the interview. And yes, I know he's not an FBI agent. It's just reading that out loud kind of was funny. Below summary of the interview. All right. Rottenberg is the vice president of player development at Wynn Las Vegas. Wow. He stated, and again, FBI, you get an FBI agent. That's what? Why? Because I don't care what you got to say. He stated that he recognized, unless you're going to put numbers on here, I guess then I would, but he stated he recognized Paddock's photo from the news to be a frequent player at the casino with high roller status. Not according to your boss, man. Come on. Didn't you even did Steve even talk to any of these people? Steve Wynn? Did he talk to any of these guys? Because he was a moderate gambler, according to Wynn. The fuck? Although I believe this guy, I don't really believe Wynn in that. He believed he had seen Paddock and Danley in the casino in the past, but had never had any direct contact with either of them. He also said that outside of recognizing him as a frequent player, he knew nothing about either Paddock or Danley. Yeah. He'd know the high roller status just because of the breakdown they got of him. So that makes sense. Miguel Sanchez. And I'm just curious, do we have a report from the Wynn host? I think we do. Let's see, Wynn Casino host. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Oh, we don't. Huh. Yeah, they didn't add those in. Oh, that's interesting. Throws a little bit off. Miguel Sanchez, security officer. I believe we have reports. We have witness interviews from all of the security for the most part. So we're good on that. October 11th, approximately 4:32. Detective Hodson. Okay, this is the one. Yeah, I remember this. Detective Hodson conducted an audio recorded interview with Miguel Sanchez. Also present for the interview was an FBI special agent and MGM attorney Ashley Eddy. Okay, so what is this? This is 4:32. Oh, the other one was at 4:00. It was October 11th at 4:00. All right, so we're good there. We're good there. No, this isn't the one I'm thinking. Sanchez has worked for the Mandalay Bay for approximately 3 years and was working as an armed bike security officer on October 1st. He was working the arena dock area at the end of his shift. That's not actually what was in the report. When he heard over his security radio that there was a shooting at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. Yeah, I read this report recently. That's not what he said. It's not where he was working. He was just riding his bike around the damn place and happened to be in that area. He rode towards the festival when he was dispatched to respond to the 32nd floor where a security guard had been shot with a pellet gun. Okay. Sanchez took the elevator up to the 32nd floor with his partner, security officer Lane Combe. When they exited the elevator, he heard automatic gunfire coming from one of the rooms at the end of the 100 wing. Security officer Campos was still down the hallway when Sanchez heard the automatic gunfire. He heard 2 or 3 pauses between long volleys of automatic gunfire. During one of the pauses, Campos ran quickly down the hallway toward them. All right. Sanchez stated LVMPD officers arrived approximately 5 minutes after he and his partner had arrived on the floor. Sanchez was ordered by an LVMPD sergeant in plain clothes to start clearing the rooms on the wings of the 32nd floor. Sanchez never saw a suspect or entered the room at any point. Heard 2 or 3 pauses between long volleys of automatic gunfire. During one of the pauses, Campos ran quickly down the hallway toward them. Approximately 5 minutes after he and his partner had arrived on the floor. So that puts him up there. I mean, 10:17, we got the cops show up. Let's say that's when they hit. I believe that's when they hit center core. That's when we have a view down the hallway. 10:16, I think it was when they actually got to the floor. So let's say 10:17, this guy's talking. So that would put him closer to 10:12, 10:12, somewhere around there. I mean, this is approximate. I don't expect this guy to actually have the exact time of when this happened. So, man, so there were people up there, man. I'm sure when we get to the actual witness interview, it'll be interesting. On October 6th at approximately 17:30, right? So it's what, 5:30 at night? Yeah, 5:30 at night. Detective Patton, that's a new name. That's a cool name too, man. Conducted an audio recorded interview with engineer Stephen Shuck inside the Mandalay Bay. Ooh, this is a heavy hitter, Patton. Also present for the interview were 2 FBI special agents and MGM attorney Ashley Eddy. Below is the summary of the interview. All right. I wish I could read these ones. I wish I could get these to actually come up while this was I just, if I try to bring the actual statements up, then I have problems. But yeah, there's it's interesting, some of these. I don't know. Sorry, give me a sec here. I'm looking at something real quick. Yeah, so that's interesting. Huh. Okay. I was wrong on one, but so far they're all right. Let's see. Shuck was an apprentice engineer at the Mandalay Bay. Is that actually your title? And employed there since May 2017. He's probably unionized, I'm guessing. That sounds like a union thing more than just a company thing. Shuck was on 62nd floor fixing a water leak when he received calls from his dispatcher and supervisor to respond to the 32nd floor. So his dispatcher and supervisor called him. That's weird. I think that's a little redundant. 62nd floor. Again, I'd have to go check it out, but I think 62nd floor of the Mandalay Bay is actually a is not a regular hotel room area. But Shuck was told by a security officer, Jesus Campos found the fire door in the 100 wing screwed shut. Shuck left the 62nd floor and entered the service elevators, which are located in the 200 wing of the hotel. Shuck took service elevator to the 32nd floor when Shuck exited, and those are that's legit because in the footage we have the nightline footage, he is actually in what looks like the service elevators. So that footage could be legit as far as him in it. Shuck took the elevator to the 32nd floor. When Shuck exited the elevator, he moved his service car into the hallway, grabbed his tools, and walked down the hallway. Which to me, that's always weird. There was a guy who used to say that stuff in the community. I don't even remember his name anymore because he's been gone for a while. But yeah, it's just weird to me, man. Why you wouldn't just take your whole cart with you? You just grab a couple things and start walking down the hallway. He didn't really grab much because he didn't really have much on him. Shuck walked up the 100 wing and he saw someone, Campos, poke their head out into the hallway. Shuck didn't think anything of it because guests do that all the time. Okay. Shuck made it approximately 50 or 60 yards when he heard automatic gunfire. He originally thought the sound was possibly a jackhammer. All right. Who's jackhammering? Yeah, he explained a little bit of that. Oh, let's see. So when the shooting noise stopped, Campos popped out from the right side of the hallway and told Shuck to get to cover. Shuck jumped into the alcove of rooms 32, 117, and 119. As Shuck faced the door, gunshots came down the hallway, and he felt something hit his back. Shuck believed he was shot, but he later learned a piece of the wall struck him. Oh man, it's been so long since I've read his statement. I don't know if he actually said that. And I wish I could pull it up right now, but it'll just freeze up my computer if I do that. So I'm just gonna have to wait. Um, Shuck tried to open one of the doors with his master key, but the door was deadbolted. Why didn't you try both, bro? Why didn't you just try them both? What's wrong with you? You stupid or something? What the hell? Um, Shuck yelled over his radio, shots fired, Shannon, get the police. Do not come down the hallway. He's shooting down the hallway. I don't think that's exactly what he said, but yeah, it's close enough. How many days was this that it took him to interview this guy? October 6th. So yeah, he's had about a week to fucking, to think this shit over. So Shuck observed Campos 2 or 3 doors ahead of him. Noticed Campos was shot in the leg. He didn't know if Campos could walk or not. Well, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So I guess, yeah, he was still standing up because I'm guessing he was standing up. But yeah, I guess that doesn't mean you can walk. After the shooting stopped, he ran down the hallway. He believed more shots were going to be fired down the hallway, so he jumped in front of another door. As that happened, Shuck heard another volley of gunshots. The sound he stated the sound of gunshots were so loud he couldn't tell if they were coming down the hallway or somewhere else. All right, so that's the difference in sound there. So we probably line that up with the security guard. Um, who heard a louder volley. And I'm guessing, like I said, that would be most likely him shooting inside the room as opposed to shooting from inside the room as opposed to sticking the muzzle out of the room and letting all the sound travel outside of the room. I guess that's what was going on there. Um, he stated sound of gunshots, but it's interesting, right? He jumped in front of another door. As that happened, Shuck heard another volley of gunshots. He stated sound. He stated the sound. Okay, gonna have to read a statement because if that's true. Probably narrowed down a timeline on that. At least the timeline that they're stating that is. When the shooting stopped, Shuck again ran down the hallway. As he ran, so he bolted twice. God, man, fuck, dude, I don't even think I ever even paid attention to that. Um, I hate this Shuck story. When the shooting stopped, Shuck again ran down the hallway. As he ran, Shuck observed another security guard arriving in the 100 wing near center core. Shuck told the security guard to get out of the hallway. They stayed at center core as the gunfire continued for 2 or 3 minutes. Where was Campos, buddy? Where's Campos? Oh, there he is. But where's he here? Um, you ran down the hallway. You bailed on Campos, right? You just bailed on him. Fuck that guy. Um, while you're all hugging up on him on the Ellen show, but fuck him. You're gonna let him die that night. And he was your hero. Shuck was attending to security officer Campos' leg. Okay, yeah, not according to Campos, but all right, cool. And heard noises coming from the 300 wing. Shuck looked down the 300 wing and observed police officers kicking in doors. Shuck yelled at the officers and told them the shooter was in the 100 wing. All right. Okay, whatever. The shooting had stopped by the time police officers ran down 300 wing and met Shuck at center core. Of course it did. Shuck's supervisor arrived at that time. Shuck's supervisor gave him a master key and told Shuck to take the elevator down to the beach level and turn off the guest elevators. After Shuck locked out the elevators, supervisor called him over the radio and advised him to return to the 32nd floor because police officers needed the master key. You fucking idiots. Um, the fuck. Oh, I remember him saying that. I lost all my maintenance guys. You fucking morons. Um, Shuck ran through the lobby of the hotel and took service elevator back to the 32nd floor, where he returned the master key to his supervisor. Like, why is that so difficult? Why would that be difficult for you guys? You know, you need one person up on the 32nd floor, you need one person down at the casino level, maybe two, maybe, to bring police up. That's it. You have one job, dude. It's not that hard. What the fuck's wrong with you people? At this time, guests exited their rooms. Shuck attempted to keep them in their rooms. Approximately 20 minutes later, an LVMPD officer asked Shuck to get the information of the person in room 32135. Shuck asked for the information over his radio. A security officer standing next to Shuck wrote down the information and gave it to police. Yeah, all right. I don't know if we have that on camera. I don't remember. I know there's videos out there of all this crap of the Shuck story. Shuck stayed on the 32nd floor, even though that person hates me that made that video, but still good video, man. He did a good job. Your credit where credit's due. Shuck stayed on 32nd floor until after SWAT breached the door to room 32135. He assisted directing guests when officers evacuated them from their rooms. What? Did you? I don't know. They were all fucking heroes. Everyone's just fucking a hero. You're a hero. You're a hero. You get to be a hero. You get a hero. Yeah, you're all fucking heroes. He assisted SWAT officers by describing the lay. What the fuck? Oh, why are you praising this guy? Why? He assisted SWAT officers by describing the. I get okay. Where I'm getting fucked up here is I'm like reading this as this is what the LVMPD is saying. This is not what Shuck is saying. So, again, I haven't read his statement in 3 years or whatever, 2 years or whatever. So, yeah, I don't remember a lot of that. But, it's just funny. it's fucking stupid. Shuck stated he knew he could have left at any time, but he wanted to help the guests in the LVMPD because he wants to be a fucking hero. Yeah, whatever, dude. At approximately midnight, Shuck's supervisor told him to put the tools away. What the fuck were they doing out in the first place? Shuck eventually made it to his manager's office and waited there until approximately 7 in the morning. Wow, it was a long night for your ass. Um, Midnight. Told him to put the tools away. So I guess okay. So that sounds like he's done with work. Put your tools away usually means you're done. You're off. Um, but he went into the manager's office. He sat there, waited till why? What the fuck you doing, dude? You're a fucking weirdo, man. Got nowhere to go or something? What the fuck? Um, okay, Satil, whatever. October 12th. How much time am I going? Okay, I'll go a little bit more. October 12th, approximately 11:56 in the morning. Detective Hodson, my favorite fucking detective, because at least we have statements when Hodson does shit. We don't have shit when DeAngelis does it, because I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's writing shit on napkins or something. It's all getting washed away. Detective Hodson conducted an audio recorded interview with Anthony Sottle, whatever. Also present for the interview was FBI Special Agent, and he gets an FBI Special Agent. All right, you're important. And Mandalay Bay Representative Dana Howell. Oh, wow. So not the attorney, just a representative. Below is a summary of the interview. Interesting to see what her job title is. Sottle. I'm going to call him Sottle. Sottle's, even though Satil was a hunter thing, you can call him Sottle. Sottle stated he is a security operations manager at the Mandalay Bay. At approximately, oh my god, this is a shit show statement. If I remember right, this is such a shit show. Yes, it is a shit show. Even the LVMPD saying this guy's lying. Oh, love it, love it. Okay, also present for the interview. Yeah, don't give a fuck. Approximately 9 o'clock, he and his security officers located and identified 2 females who had been previously trespassed on the property. So yeah, you did it. You were part of that operation. I doubt it. He's probably one of these assholes takes credit for everything. They took the females to the security office. They requested LVMPD officers to complete citations. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking here. Still not calling them hookers in this one. They requested LVMPD officers to complete citations of the females in custody. At approximately, 9:40 at night, officers Hendricks and Barson arrived at the security office. 9:40, huh? Took them a little while to write that report. That took them some time, dude. You're fucking with them or something? That's weird. At approximately 10 o'clock, Sottle heard reports of a shooting call over the LVMPD officer's radio. What? He left security office with 2 LVMPD officers and his 2 employees. That's like, well, first of all, that is way off at 10 o'clock. Sounds like that's off a little bit. And I mean, this is why this stuff's so confusing, man. I believe they heard reports of shooting call over the LVMPD officer's radio. Should have heard that over his own fucking radio. What's wrong with you, dude? This guy, dude. Oh my god, this guy. He left security office with 2 LVMPD officers and his 2 employees, George Umstadt and Michael Olkey. At least he got their names right. He got people right. They started walking through the casino floor to assist in locating the possible shooter across the street at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. While en route, he heard over his radio that the security officer was shot on the 32nd floor. Well, at least he heard over his radio this time. After learning about the injured security officer, he entered the elevator with the LVMPD officers and security officers to go to the 32nd floor. On the way up the tower, he received information over the Mandalay Bay radio channel that the shooting was coming from the 31st floor. So they got their own fucking radio channel. What kind of music do they play on that channel? It's just weird. Sottle stated the female LVMPD officer Varson, along with Umstadt and Olkey, exited on the 31st floor, and this is where you become a liar. Sottle continued to the 32nd floor and believed Officer Hendricks was with him. Believed. Man, I mean, wow. Okay. It's a good way to put it. Believed Officer Hendricks was with him at the time, but doesn't remember exactly who was there. How can you not remember that a cop went up with you? What is wrong with you, man? Um, Dude, this guy's got a horrible memory. Sottle stated he heard consistent gunfire for approximately 2 minutes after he exited the elevator. Yeah, okay, I'll go with you on that. He stated other LVMPD units arrived on the floor within. See, I don't even remember seeing him in the Varson footage, but then again, it's all facing the ground, and I wasn't looking for him. But whatever. I'm guessing he was there because this isn't the first person to state that. He stated other LVMPD units arrived on the floor within 3 to 4 minutes of him arriving on 32nd floor. The officers took positions in the hallway and evacuated guests on the floor. Okay, yeah. At approximately 22:30, so 10:30, 10:40, SWAT officers arrived, breached a room from the stairwell located next to room 32135. I mean, I don't care that his timing is off here. I just don't, whatever. Because that's not the most egregious fuck up in this whole thing. He heard the room was clear after a few minutes. Really? Like, okay. Like someone came out and told you, hey, bro, the room's clear, bro. Whatever, dude. He assisted in evacuating the rest of the rooms on the 32nd floor to include the 200 and 300 wings. Sottle went to the casino floor and worked on evacuating the rest of the property. Okay, so Sottle's account varies from other statements where he says Officer Hendricks exited the elevator with him on the 32nd floor. It's confirmed through body camera footage from Officer Varson and Officer Hendricks exited the elevator on the 31st floor with her. Whatever. Probably reading this wrong, but I don't care. Michael Olkey and George Umstadt. This is also consistent with the statements obtained from Varson, Olkey, and Umstadt. Yeah, okay. Mr. Torres. Let's see. What do we got here? D'Angelis. Do we have a statement from this guy? I don't believe we do. No, we did not. Yeah, we only have one from Morales from these guys. So, yeah, good old D'Angelis. Love this guy. Does not take notes, apparently. Probably wrote this all off memory and shit. So there wouldn't be any. October 3rd, approximately, what is this, 318? 318. Detective D'Angelis and Downing, which Downing is total cop name, dude. That's like so cop name. Conducted an audio recorded interview with Philip Torres inside the Mandalay Bay. Also present for the interview was MGM attorney Ashley Eddy. Why not? Below is a summary of the interview. So this Ashley Eddy was there from the beginning, it looks like. So why do we not have Ashley Eddy in some of these later interviews? we have, and I don't know. I'm guessing Ashley's actually a female. I don't know. Don't want to misgender people because that is a cardinal sin these days. But this attorney was here on the 3rd, but was not here for any of the other people from the 3rd. I think I'm gonna stop on this. I think I'll get back to this later. But let's see where the attorney's at, right? There's the attorney. Well, no, it was a representative. This wasn't even an attorney. Attorney didn't give a fuck about this one. The attorney might have fucking told him to shut up. Called him a liar and told him to shut the fuck up. I wonder if he still works there, man. That'd be interesting. See if Sottle still works there. Probably not. I wonder if he still works for MGM because I don't think any of these people still work there. Okay, so Shuck got an attorney. Did Miguel Sanchez get an attorney? Yes, Miguel Sanchez got an attorney. Security officer got an attorney, and this was on the 11th. So the attorney was there the whole time, from what it looks like. Win attorney, yeah, this is the win stuff. I don't give a shit about the win. Not for this. Um, MGM attorney. Okay, so he got the attorney. Oki. But some of these didn't. Jorge Morales got an attorney. Bellman. Okay, so yeah, I guess they did. Um, Kim Monahan is the win host. Yeah, win sent attorneys. Um, Paul Lancome. Uh, he got a Mandalay Bay, or he got a Mandalia Bay. Fuck that means. Representative. Okay. Um, wait, I just want to know who is this? This is Hodson. Hodson. Of course, he probably didn't transcribe this, but if he did, man, he's got issues, man. And then Representative Howell, right? He didn't even put the whole name there, and the other ones do. So not too sure about that. DeAngelis and Downing, no attorney for a sushi bar employee. Fuck him. Ain't got nothing to say. Gerard Colleen, Bellman, no attorney. It's October 3rd at what? This is 318. All right, so that's kind of what I wanted to see here. 318. Where are we at? We're at past Shuck. Philip Torres. Let's see. So 318. What do we have here? What do we have here? On October 3rd, at approximately 318, DeAngelis and Downing conducted an audio recorded interview with Philip Torres inside the Mandalay Bay. Also present for the interview was attorney Ashley Eddy. Okay, so Ashley Eddy was 318. Shit, I got nothing to write this down. October 3rd, 318. It's October 6th. Oops. That's not it. Where is it? Damn it. I'm like losing my mind here. No, it's not it. I thought I just saw something. It was October 3rd, 318. This is Daniel Cruz. So it's October 3rd also. So he was one of the. Let's see. So October 3rd, this is 451. Suzanne Curry. October 3rd. Okay. October 4th. October 3rd. 318. So, and is the Inglis conducted an audio recorded interview with Gerard Colleen at the fucking Mandalay Bay. No attorney, at least not what's written down here. Let me see if DeAngelis normally writes down his attorneys. No, we don't have one there. Let's see if he even notes the attorneys being there. Hodson, no, I'm not worried about Hodson. And then these guys were someone else for the. This is Patton. Detective Hodson. Detective Jex. Detective Hodson. Shuck was Patton. They didn't trust DeAngelis with Shuck apparently. Detective Hodson. Sottle. Oh, sorry, it's quiet, man. I'm just okay. So DeAngelis, yeah. Philip Torres, also president, was the attorney. He does write down the attorney, but he did two. He did Colleen and he did Philip Torres at the exact same time. And in one of them, he didn't have Downing with him for the other dude. Now, I'm going to be honest here. This was something Hunter, found and was hammering me on at one point, trying to get me to explain this. Um, the only way I can explain it is this guy took shitty fucking notes. This DeAngelis guy, but it is interesting that on October 3rd at 3:18, he did two different interviews according to this bullshit, and we don't have any of these interviews. We don't have any statements on these interviews, so that's a shit show. This DeAngelis is he's my favorite detective because he's just chaos. But yeah, that's a mess. Well, at least found it. At least found it. I know where it's at now. Anyways, so that's gonna be it. I'll get to this Philip Torres stuff later. I just don't want to deal with it right now, and I don't want to drag this out for forever. So, till next time, the next fun-filled Las Vegas final report video. Till next time, everybody stay safe and yeah, all that shit.